record. All right, so today we will continue our probability and statistics worksheet. I'll also be introducing you to Venn diagrams. I think
Like a thought,
probably
right?
you probably know what they are, but anyway, we'll go through that. And then you'll be doing an independent exercise practice on probability and
Minute, Baba.
statistics. Yes, Maureen.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just start with our, does anyone know what a Venn diagram is?
A what?
Venn, V-E-N-N.
No.
Yes,
Okay,
I've heard the name.
you've heard the
Can't
name,
remember.
right?
Yes.
You've probably heard the name. Okay, let's just, let me share my screen. Okay, now, do you see the Venn diagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
A Venn diagram is just a visual way of comparing objects or events, but in math, it usually refers to actually events or objects. And what it is, and it could be more than two circles, but we'll only deal with two circles. And what we have is two circles, and we can represent items within the circle, and where they overlap is where the both items may occur. Okay, for example, and the best way to understand it is with an example. Now you see this example where it's just supposed that in a town, you see that
Yeah.
800 people are selected by random types of sampling methods. 280 go to work by car only, 220 go to work by bicycle only, and 140 use both ways. That is sometimes with car, sometimes with a bicycle. Now, when you have the both ways, that's the overlap. They occur in the middle here. So you have 280 by car,
Uh-huh.
you have 220 by bicycle, 140 that go both ways by car and by bicycle. And then outside of the diagram, you have 160 people who do not go by car or bicycle. Now, if you add all of these up, 280 and 140, 220, 160, you get 800.
Mm-hmm.
So do you follow the Venn diagram?
Yeah.
It's just a simplistic way of representing data. Okay. And just remember the overlap is where both of the events will occur. In other words, car in this circle, bicycle in this circle, and the overlap is both bicycle and car. Now, those don't add up to 800. So if you add these up and subtract from 800, you get 160. That's the people who go by neither car nor bicycle. Any questions on the Venn diagram?
No.
How did you get 160?
Okay, to get the 160, Vanessa, remember I said 800 people were selected, right?
Yes.
280 and 140 is what? 420 plus 220 is 640. And if I subtract the 640 from the 800, let me just put it over here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 800, that's the total, right?
Yes.
Minus, now if I sum up the 280, that's the one, that's the people who go by car, right?
Yes.
Plus the
140.
220, I'll put the 220 next. The 220, that's the one who go by bicycle, plus the 140 who go actually both ways. All right. And if I add that all up, what do I get?
640.
Okay. So I have 800 minus 640.
Yeah.
And what's that equal to?
Oh, 160. Okay.
160. That's the one who do not go by either. So this is equal. Okay. So you add up the number of people who go by car, plus the number of people who go by bicycle, plus the ones who go both ways. And that sum, 640, is subtract from the 800 people. That's the total people we sampled. And that gives you 160. And that's the people who go by neither car nor bicycle.
Mhm.
Questions? Any other questions? Michelle, you following okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the Venn diagram you can use to solve word problems. And I'm giving you a word problem over here. In a class of 30 students,
Mhm.
19 are studying French, 12 are studying Spanish, 7 are studying both French and Spanish. How many students are not taking any foreign language? Okay, now can you draw a Venn diagram of those of this data? Anybody draw a Venn diagram?
Sure. Okay, the 30 students, right?
Okay.
Students.
Did anybody?
Then
Okay, so
equal to 30.
we have 30 total.
Mhm.
We have
Mhm.
19 French,
Okay,
12
French.
Spanish, and 7 both. Now, did anyone draw the Venn diagram? Let's just
I did.
okay. All right. Now let's just go to a new share and go to the whiteboard. Now let's just draw this. See if we can draw this. This is draw circle. Okay. Now let's just draw a circle. All right. And let's just draw another circle.
That circle.
Yep. And then we'll draw another circle.
Mhm.
All right. Now let's just put a text box here. So we have what? French.
Mhm.
And how many are studying French?
7.
7.
Okay.
7.
Wasn't it 19?
19.
Where are you getting 7? French is 19, right?
19.
Okay. Now let's put a text over here. Okay. And this is our Spanish. How many are studying Spanish?
12.
Okay, so we have 12 Spanish. How many are doing both?
7.
Okay, so let's put this. So the ones that are doing both, let's see, let's put here. So we have 7, and that's both languages. 7. So that's the one in the middle. Both languages, we have 7, and we have, so how would we find how many are studying French only? How could you calculate that? We'll just stay right here and put a text here.
How many studying French only?
Yes.
It is showing you in the Venn diagram.
Okay. So we have 19 French,
Yeah.
and we have both languages 7, and we have Spanish 12, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how could we find, well, we want to find how many are not studying any language.
Okay, because we have 30 students, that's what they give us. What we do Let me do it. The overall is 30, right?
The overall is 30, yes.
What do? You add up. You add them all up and you find the difference. 30. Something like that. I think so. I remember.
So then it would be just 8 people that studying what it is, right?
How many?
8.
Where are you getting 8 from? Let's go back. Let's go back to,
19,
all right.
12.
But if you add those 3 numbers together, it's only 38.
No, you're not gonna add those 3 together. See, the 19 that are studying French, 7 are studying both. So we've got to subtract that 7 out.
Yeah, so we want to add that.
All right, let's go back to new share in the whiteboard. Okay, so you've got to take the 19, okay, minus 7, because that's both languages, and that would be 12.
Yes.
And that would be the ones that are studying just French only. Okay, so what would we do with the Spanish?
Well, you add 12 and 7.
We add 12 and 12.
No, how would I find the Spanish only? I would say 12, because the 7 is both, right? Subtract that to both. So subtract that to 7, and that would give me what? 5.
5.
And that would be Spanish
5.
only. That's Spanish only. Not, I'm taking out the both languages, all right? Spanish only. Now, what do I do next?
You subtract 7 from 12, that's 5.
Oh, let's see, 17.
I have French, I have Spanish, and I have both. So if you add those up, you get what?
17.
No, you want to add French only, Spanish only, and both. So you're going to say French plus Spanish plus, and I'm going to call this B for both, right? What would that give you? That would be 12
12 and 19.
plus 5 plus 7. And what does that give you?
Let's see, 17.
24.
17 and
12 and 5 is 7,
24.
24. So, but we had a total of how many? 30, right?
Yeah.
30.
So subtract 24 from 30, and that would give you the ones that are not studying either language. Okay, 30 minus 24. That's right. That would give you 6. And 6 would be equal to number of students not studying any language. Not studying any foreign language. Okay. Not studying a foreign language. I put FL for foreign language. Okay. So you could find out how many people are not studying any language by finding how many are studying French only, how many are studying Spanish only, and how many are studying both. Because see, that French only that French right here includes the both, because that's Spanish and French, just like the 12 includes both because it's Spanish and French. So you have to subtract that out to get the ones that are French without the both and the Spanish without the both, add up the both total, and you get 24. But there are 30 people studying. So there are 30 people actually. So 6 of them are not studying any foreign language. Any questions? If you had a word problem, you didn't really have to draw the Venn diagram. You could have solved this without the Venn diagram. Let's just go back to. Okay. Right, here we go. See here, you didn't have to, you could have just done like I did here. Subtract out the both, add it up with the both, and subtract that total from 30. That's the class of 30 students, and you get 6 students not taking a foreign language. Any questions if you had a word problem? All right. But I want you to be able to draw. Vanessa, hold up you have your Venn diagram? Can you hold it up? I can't see it. You have it? Let's see. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. So the both you put in the middle, right? You put that
Yeah.
in the middle, the overlap. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that's Venn diagrams, and they can get really complicated. We're not going to go into complicated ones. In fact, we're not going to do any other than the 2 circles, because there's some that could have 3, 4, even more than that. But we'll just deal with the 2 circles where the overlap would be the combination. All right. Okay. How many of you did your homework?
I didn't do any homework.
No.
I planned to do it, and I can't remember what happened.
I know. We have really good plans, right? I think we stopped at, let's see, which problem did we stop at?
We only had 3 to do. I think it was only 3 we had to
Of the
complete.
probability sheet?
Yeah, I think that's what you told us. Let me see. Let me check my email.
Let's see, we had, I thought we had more than that.
About 4.
No,
Oh, I think
we didn't do
it's
number 5.
one moment.
Didn't we? Shouldn't we have started with number 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it
But
goes up to like 20.
Oh, I think you said we should only do 3, 5,
Yeah, I
6, and
know,
7.
5, 6, and 7. That's right. But I'm saying, did anyone do number 5?
I think I
Yes.
did right.
Maureen, you did number 5?
Let me see. Yeah.
What did you get for your answer? A,
I
B,
got,
C, or D?
I got C.
You got C? How did you do it?
Huh?
How did you do number 5?
Okay.
Tell me how you got C.
Because you say like the first 3 already was there, right?
Yes, the first 3 are on the graph. 90,
So
80, and
right.
85.
So then I added all the rest of the numbers, right?
Okay.
And it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers I add up. And I
Right.
get 475.
Okay.
And I divide it by 5. I get out 95.
Why would you divide by 5?
Because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers.
Where are you getting 5 numbers from? You have 3 numbers here,
Yeah.
right? And it says based on 4 tests, that means 1 more. So it's really 4 numbers, 4 scores, right? Is everybody following? You have 3 scores here on the graph, 90, 80, and what? 85. So
Yeah.
this is the way it will look. 90 plus 80. And we reading this off the bar graph. 90, 80,
And some,
85. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So we want to get an average of 80. So we're adding plus, we'll say X. We need to find what's the lowest score that could be such that when you divide this total by what? 4. This is divided by 4. All right, let's just put this here. And what do we want to get when we divide this by 4? What average, Vanessa?
90,
No, what average do we want to get here?
89.
We want to get an average score of 88, right?
Uh-huh.
Everybody follow?
80.
AV's final grade is based on his score on 4 tests. To get an A, AV needs an average test score of 88 or higher. His scores for the first 3 tests are, and they're on the graph, 90, 80, 85. 90, 80, 85. To get an average of 88, we need to find what is this unknown value of the score. We call it X. That when we divide the sum by 4, we get 88. Everybody follow? Michelle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Michelle, how do we solve for X? What do we do first?
You divide.
No,
I'm so, for X.
we want to solve for X. What's the first thing we do here?
Well,
Maureen, do you know what? I'm looking at this equation. What do we do first?
you add.
No,
You put divide. Okay.
no. What do you do first?
Multiply.
Multiply what, Michelle? That's correct. But what do we multiply?
You multiply 88 times 4.
Wonderful. Okay, we multiply 88 by 4. Okay, let me just bring that up a little closer to make it. Okay, so Michelle is correct. She says multiply, and we can just say both sides of the equation by 4. Multiply both sides of the equation by 4. Okay, now let's go to our, this will take us actually to the next screen. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just copy this all and then we'll multiply by the 4. Okay, now multiply both sides by 4. That means we put, that's a times 4. And then this whole expression is multiplied by 4, right? So I'll just put parenthesis here. Okay, and put the 4. Okay, now what do we get on the left side, Maureen? When I multiply by 4, what do I get?
Or
4 divided by 4 is what?
1.
1. So I'll just have just this left, right?
Mhm.
This plus X. Let's just put that here. Okay. And that will be equal to what? What's 4 times 88?
300. I'm sorry.
52. 352.
What is it? 4 times 88,
352.
352.
Doing it on this.
352.
No.
Is it
No.
352? What is it?
352.
4 times
4
88.
is 32.
Yeah,
352.
352. That's
Yeah.
correct. Now,
Yeah.
how do I solve for X? Vanessa, how do I solve for X? What do I do first? $90 plus 80 plus 85 plus X equal 352. How do I solve for X?
You said,
So in a
But
case
no,
with this,
Vanessa, what do I do first? Vanessa?
do you have to divide?
No, remember,
Or
I'm
you have
solving
to
for
add,
X. Go
so
ahead.
you add 90 plus 80 plus 85?
Very good. Okay. So add 90 plus 80 plus 85. Now, what does that give me?
255.
Okay. So 255 plus X equal 352. Now, let me just put here, add 90 plus 80 plus 85. That's how we got the 255. So 255 plus X is 352. So what do I do next, Vanessa?
What you do, what you do on one side, you do on the other side, because we have to find for X.
Okay, so what do I do?
You 255 divided.
Why would you divide? Remember, you whatever operation is connecting the X, you're going to do the opposite. That's an addition.
Oh, so
right?
you find the difference.
Yes. So what do I subtract?
So you subtract 255 from 352, but you have to do it on both sides.
That's right. To keep the equation balanced. So subtract the 255 from both sides of the equation. So let's just do that. The 255 plus X. Okay. And this would be minus. Okay, this is minus. Back up. Minus 255 on the left, minus 255
Well,
on
the
the
answer
right.
would be 97.
That's right, Maury, you said 95, right? So 255, a plus 255 and minus 25 give me 0. So I'll have just X on the left side, and 255 from 352 is equal to 97. And that would be answer. That would be what? Answer 97 is answer B. Okay, let's put our small x here. Okay, so you had to read your scores off the graph, those three scores, 90, 80, 85. But you want an average score of 88 with 4 tests. So the unknown test is X, and now it's divided by 4 because now you have 4 scores. That average needs to be 88. So you need to find what must that 4th score be to give you an average of 88. So that's the way you set it up. The sum of the 3 scores plus the unknown, we call a variable, could be anything from A to Z. We just called it X. That's 4 scores, average 88, and then solve for that unknown, which is 97. Any questions on number 5? Questions, Michelle?
No, no, Miss Barbara.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go to now number 6 and 7. You used a graph. I think that was the hot tea and the cold tea, right? So number 6. Now, when you look on this graph, what temperature are the sales of the iced tea and hot tea equal? Okay, the sales are over here. The temperature is here. Michelle, what temperature do you see now? Remember, the black is the hot, and the white is the white circle is the ice, and the black is the hot. So where do you see the sales as being equal? What temperature?
I would at 3, so I would say,
Yeah, right here at 3. Now, what would you say the temperature was here?
I would say it's, let me see. Can you go up a little, please? It's at 60.
No, it's not 60 because we
Or
have what? The ice.
55.
Yeah, 55. That's right, because it's midway between these two, right? So that's
Yeah.
50, that's 60. Midway would be 55. So the
Fine.
answer would be what? D.
55, D.
Answer D. Does everybody see that? Yeah. At approximately what temperature are the sales of iced tea and hot tea equal? See here, the sales are all on the 3, right? But one is at 50 and one at 60. So approximately it would be midway between, which would be, or if you say you add them up, divide by 2, you get 55. Questions number 6. Because that's the only place you see them having the same sales, right? Right here.
Yes.
No other place. They're all different, right? Okay. Now, number 7, still using that graph. What's the best estimate of the hot tea sales at a temperature of 45? Now, here's the temperature. 45 is right here, right? So what you want to do is look at the sales at 40, look at the sales at 50, and then just get an average. So what's the sales at 40?
Number A.
No, on the graph, Michelle, what's the sales at 40 degrees?
At 40, that would be
We
40,
talking,
39. I'm sorry, 2.
no. Sales are over here on the
I'm
Y.
sorry. Okay, so that would be, let me see, sales.
So 45 is between 40 and 50. So you want to find the hot sales at 40 and the hot sales at 50. So what are the hot sales at 40, Michelle? Right here. What is that value in sales?
37 or
7.5.
38.
No, sales are over here.
I'm sorry. Oh, 7.
Well, it's not on 7. Where is it? It's right here.
Between
So
7 and 8.
8.
Yeah, it's between 7 and 8. But what is it? Midway between. What would it be, Michelle? Right here.
It would be between 8 and
It's midway between 7 and 8. So what's midway between 7 and 8?
7 and 8 would be
Right here.
7 and 8. 7 and 8. 40.
No, you're reading over here now. You're reading sales are over on this Y.
So it would be between 7 and 8, it would be 9, I guess.
No. 9 is outside of 8. I said between 7 and 8.
Oh, between 7 and 8, so that would be,
What is it?
7.5.
Yeah, 750. So remember, this is in tens. I mean, sorry, hundreds. So this would be how many? 750,
okay.
right?
I don't understand that. How
Okay.
it becomes
Okay.
750.
All right, let's go back here. What's the
Okay.
best estimate of hot tea sales at a temperature of 45? Okay, the temperature is here on this axis. This is a X, right? So 45 is going to be between 40 and 50.
That's
So,
555.
so at 40 degrees, let's just put it here. 40 degrees. What are the sales? Sales equal what? What's the hot sales at 40 degrees, Michelle? Right here. This is what?
7.
No, it's, remember, halfway between 7 and 8. So that's 750,
50.
right?
Yes.
So sales is 750. Now, let's go to 50. And that's right here. What is that value?
That's that would be between 5 and 6.
That's right. So midway between 5 and 6 would be what?
560.
No, midway
50.
550.
Oh, 550.
Right? Midway, I said, right? Degrees.
Yes, 550. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay, so sales equal what? 550.
Yes.
Okay, so now you know the answer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the best estimate for 45 degrees? So 45 is going to be midway, but well, actually it's going to be the average of the 750 and the 550. So 45 degrees would be what? What would it be, Vanessa? If you average 750 and 550?
Okay, 750 and 550. The average would be
What would be the average?
750. Let me 750.
Average is going to be the sum
And
divided by
550.
2, right?
Oh, so you find it, you add it and then you divide it by 2.
That's right. So what would that be equal to?
One moment. Just now.
750 and
Between
550.
So 12, 7, 13, right? 13 divided by 2. Is take you 65, right?
Yeah, it's 1300, right? Because
Yes.
remember that says in hundreds divided by 2. And what's that equal to, Vanessa?
You get 6.5.
But 1300 divided by 2 is 650. Remember,
Yes,
yeah,
650.
6.5, but that's in hundreds. So you'd have to
Okay,
multiply the 6.5 by 100. So
Okay.
what would be the answer?
650?
Yes,
E?
that's right. Very good.
Okay.
Oh, the answer is 650?
Yes, because notice over here, Michelle, it says hundreds of servings. So whatever you get over here, you have to multiply it by 100.
Because I'm not sure. I think I did say 650, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's 650 because remember this says hundreds of servants. So a 6 is really 600. That's why I put 750 and 550. And Vanessa got the average. Add those up, 1300 divided by 2, and you get 650. So the best estimate is 650 servings.
Okay.
Okay, because it says 45 degrees, but you don't see a 45 on the graph, but 45 comes between 40 and 50. So you take the 40, which is 750, and the 50, which is 550, add them up and divide by 2. That's getting an average, and that gives you 650 servings. Okay. Questions on number 7. Finding your answers using the graphs. Questions? Michelle, you okay?
Yes.
All right. 45, midway between 40 and 50 is 45. You can see it right here on the graph. 40, 50, midway, halfway is 45. So
Mhm.
you read off the 50, you read off the 40, and then you average them. And that gives you servings for, that's your best estimate of your servings for 45 degrees. Questions? How would you solve number 8?
Miss Barbara, can you kindly shift it, the number 8, not up nor down, to my left? To my left.
Actually, I can't move it over
You can move it.
because I have a screen on the left.
Yeah, okay.
Can you
Because
see it?
I can't see all the wording.
Okay, let's do this.
And I'm able to show my.
Okay, let's do this. Put it on the other side. Can you see it now?
Number 8, yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we have number 8. Anybody know the answer?
Yeah.
Made 20 free throws out of 50. How many of his next 25 free throw attempts is Jack most likely to make? Now you could use ratio proportion, right?
Okay.
Or you could say 20 out of 50 is what fraction?
20 out of 50.
Is what fraction?
30.
No, fraction.
Fraction.
20 over 50 is equal to what? What fraction, Maureen?
80 over 50.
20 over 50 is a fraction, but what is the simplest form of the fraction?
25.
No, fraction. 20 divided by 50. 20 over 50.
4.
2/5.
Yeah, 2/5. Right. 20 over 50 is 2/5. So what's 2/5 of 25? Then multiply the 2/5 times 25. What do you get, Vanessa?
Okay. 2/5. 1 moment. 2/5. 5 by 25.
2 times
10.
2. What do you
Which
get?
is B. B, which is 10.
Okay, so you get 50. 2 times 25 is 50 divided by 5, which is equal to 10. And that answer is B, right? Answer B. Okay. Questions on number 8. Just take 20 over 50. That's the fraction that he gets right, that he gets the free throws on. 20 over 50, simplify to 2/5. So you just need to take of his next 25, take 2/5 of that, and that's 50 over 5 is 10. So how many of his next 25 is most likely to make is 10. Okay. And what's 10 over 25? 10 over 25 is 2 over 5. Same proportion, right? Questions on number 8.
No.
Okay, let's go to number 9. Okay, number 9, there's a table. Okay, let's see, let me bring this down. So can you see number 9?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Miss Barbara.
Okay, so there's the table. Sample of daily wages paid by 5 local factories, and they reported the wages of 5 workers. All right, these are the workers' pay right here, like 140, 160, 200, 190, 180. So we're only dealing with what? A worker at factory A who made $180 per day. That's right here, the 180 per day. Now, how would you find the average of his pay, Maureen?
I multiply.
No, average. How do you find average? Add up.
Divide.
Divide. You
No.
add.
What do you do, Vanessa?
You add all on the factory A, how much it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you add all 5 and then you divide it by 5.
That's it. Very good. Excellent. You add up all his pay, his daily wages, and then divide by 5. That would give you his average. Now, the question was, if he, instead of 180, he made 195, you define what's the increase in his average. What's the average increase? So add these up and divide by 5. Change that 180 to 195, then add those up and divide by 5 and get the difference. So I want you to do that.
0.
Okay. So
Miss Barbara, can you
yeah.
bring it down some more?
Okay,
Thank you.
here we go. All right. So add 140, 160, 200, 190, 180. Add those up and divide by 5. So
Okay.
that's going to be 140
Mommy, look on my body. Will you see a pen, please?
plus
My calculator.
160
So you would have
plus
This bar.
200
The Bible.
plus
190
190
divided
plus
by 5.
180.
That's like 174, right?
Yeah, add those up and divide by 5. What do you get, Maureen?
I get I get 870, and I divide it by 4, I get 174.
Yes, you get 174. That's correct.
It's not working.
Okay. So everybody get 174?
Yes.
Michelle, you got 174?
I'm still adding, Miss Barbara.
Okay, add 140, 160, 200, 190, and 180 and divide by 5.
Mhm.
Okay, now you want to take the same scores, but instead of the 180, you want to put 195. So that would be, let me just copy this over and then just change it.
I got 870.
What did you get for your average?
4, 6, 7.
What did you get for your average, Michelle?
Oh, once I divide it.
Yeah, you got to divide it by 5 because there are 5 items. Average is total items
Yes,
divided by 5. Okay.
I'm doing it now, Miss Barbara.
Okay. Now, then change that that 180 to 195 divided by 5. Maureen, what did you get?
174.
Yes, but what do you get when you made the 180, 195?
They met me one if you want.
Yeah, he said he received a raise. Instead of the 180, he's getting 195. So now you're adding 140, 160, 200, 190, and his raise 195. It's not 180 anymore. What does that give you? What total? Did you add that up?
Okay.
Vanessa,
you
did
have
you add it up?
Oh, so you have to add it back. Okay.
Well, you gotta he got a raise from his 180 to 195. So instead of 180, now you put
So just add
195.
15 to it.
That's it. Add 15 to your total and divide it by 5. What do you get, Vanessa? What do you get for your average?
One moment.
Whatever total you got before, like Vanessa said, just add what? 15. 195 minus 180 is 15.
I get 156.
No, Maureen, you've got to get a bigger average.
Huh?
Remember, it can't be less. It's got to be bigger than 174 because the 180 went up by 15.
Yeah.
So add 180 and 195?
No. This 180, Michelle, was increased to 195. So instead of 180, you put 195. See?
Okay.
Yeah.
So add that up, divide by 5. What do you get?
177.
That's correct.
Let me see.
Did everybody get 177? Maureen, did you correct yours? You got 177? You should get 177.
Get 176.
Oh, it should be 177.
With 870, which was the first one, you just add 15 to it, you get 885. Then you divide it by 5.
Right, you get 177. So what was the average increase?
195.
No. What was the average?
Well, if we had 870, right? 870 and 15, 5, 885.
Yes.
I make a mistake.
Well, if you got 870 for your total with the 180, you just add the 15 to it because it went up by $15. 180 plus 15 is 195. So as a result of the raise, what was your average increase?
$3.
That's it. Very good, Vanessa. 177 minus 174 equal $3. That's your average increase. And that would be answer A, right?
Why can't they just give us just one, instead of give us this entire, what do you call it? With everybody who is work factory A, B, C, D, all of them. Why they just didn't give you A alone? They know what to confuse your brains.
They want to make sure you read the chart correctly. The work at factory A, you're right. All that other information you didn't even need.
No,
right?
we didn't need it.
Yes, they give you a whole big table of, look, 5 factories and got the worker in each of the factories, and you only need just this first column.
Just that.
That's right. The worker at factory A. You don't need any of this other information. But that's just a test that you can read charts.
That's true.
You know? Okay. Any questions on number 9? Average or mean? Remember, average is the same as mean. Add up all the items like here, and divide by the number of items. Okay. Questions? Now, okay, so we went, no questions on number 9, right? I want you to take the worker in factory C that made $190 and we increased to 200. So factory worker in factory C, let me just put it here.
Mhm.
Worker in factory
C.
C, and we're increasing his 190 to 200.
Okay.
Worker in factory C, 190 wage increased to 200. Okay.
So we have to find the average.
Yes, find the average. Working factor C, 190 wage increases to 200. Find average increase for factory C as a result of that raise. So I'm changing it, okay? So the factory C worker 190. Let's make sure I don't have but 190. Okay. Factory C, the worker made 190 and went up to 200. So I want you to find the average increase as a result of that raise. Okay. Everybody understand what they're to do?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Can I see the for factory C, the
Okay.
chart?
So
Yeah.
factory C. Okay. So factory C, we have 100, 300, 250, 180, and 190. And the 190 is going to become 200.
3, 1, 3, 250, 80,
So let's see. And this 100 plus 300 plus 250 plus 180. And it went up to 200. Add this. Okay. Okay. So 100. Let's see. Let's see. Plus 3.
You can put this 200, right?
Anybody get the average increase?
Oh, boy.
Any answers?
Okay, the first average, when you add all up and then you divide it by 5,
Yes. What did you get?
when you add all up, you get 1020.
Okay. And then when you divide by 5, you get
You
what?
divide by 204.
All four.
Okay. Did everybody get 204? That's
Yeah.
correct. Okay.
Then when you send the 190 to 200 for factory C, you had an increase of 1030, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then divided by 5, I had an average of 206.
That's correct. So what was your average increase?
The average increase was $2.
Equals what? 206. 206 minus 204, and that's equal to $2.
Yes.
Okay.
$2.
Okay. Did everybody get that? Michelle, did you get it?
I'm still adding it.
Okay.
I mean subtracting.
What did you get for your average when it was before the increase?
Me, Miss Barbara?
Yes, Michelle. What did you get for the average before the increase? In other words, when you added what, 100 plus 300 plus, what was that, 250? 250 plus 180 plus 190. When you added that up, you did it by 5. What did you get, Michelle?
17.
And that's divided by 5 because there are 5 wages there, right? So divided by 5. What did you get?
When I add everything up, it came out to 1020, 1,020.
Yeah, 1020 divided by 5. And what did you get?
Divided by 5.
What did you get?
That's 24.
What?
24.
No, it can't be 24. That's too small.
Oh,
What?
204. I'm sorry.
204.
204.
Right. Okay. 204. Now, when you added this up again, instead of the 190, you put the 200. What do you get?
When I added up the 190,
But you only had to add 10 to the 1020, right?
yes,
So now this is a 200, but you didn't really have to add it again. You just put 1020 became 230, right?
oh, okay.
I mean, you didn't have to add it up again because you already got the 1020 and that went up by 10. So this would be 30, right?
Yeah,
What's 1030 divided by 5, Michelle?
1030 divided by 5
It's what?
would be It would be 206.
Right, very good, 206. So your difference would just be the 206 minus the 204, or
Uh-huh.
$2, all right? Any questions on using that chart? Okay, let's go to number 10. Okay, number 10, you have a table. And the table has walk to school, bike to school, ride the bus, ride a car. And you have male, female totals. Now, so if the person to respond to your survey, this is a free, put the whole thing here. Bikes to school, what's the probability the student will be a female? You selected a person in the survey who bikes to school. What's the probability that that student will be a female? How would you find it? How would you find it, Maureen?
Okay, I will add up the bikes, right?
Yeah, you're only concerned with the bikes, so.
Yeah. I will add the bikes together. So that'd
Well,
be,
you've got the bikes. They already
yeah,
added. You've got
yeah,
totals here. The bikes add up to 18, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
So what would be the probability that it would be a female? Anybody?
The probability, what, hold on. What is the
Probability?
probability?
Will be like
Probability?
9%.
No, probability
have
is
to put it
possible.
Over the entire total.
Right,
Over,
possible outcomes
So you put 31 over 50.
divided by the total, right? So
Yes.
this
Yeah.
is, I just underline here, possible outcomes over
So you do
total,
31
outcome.
over
right? So
56.
let's just make that, okay. So what's the possible?
Okay.
So possible outcome.
In other
So
words,
there's-
possible would be the females that ride a bike. And what is that? It's in the chart. What is it?
8.
8, right? 8. So let's put equal 8. And what's the total of all the
18?
bikers? 18.
56.
No, 18 is
Oh,
right.
bikers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we only concerned with the bikers, right?
Okay, the bikers.
So that would be 8 divided by what, Vanessa? You said it.
Oh, by 18.
That's right, divided by 18. Okay, so let's put the 18 here.
8
1,
divided by 18.
8.
Okay.
Okay, so what is that equal to as a percent?
9%. 21%.
No.
8,
Mm-mm.
oh, 8 divided by 18.
Oh, 8 and 8 divided 8 and 8.
8
divided-
divided by 18. What is it, Maureen? What's 8
8
divided by
divided-
18?
That's 8. 2
2.
is 16 and 2 is 18.
8 divided by 18 as a percent.
8.
Percent.
8.
8 divided by 18.
8.
21%.
By 8.
Oh,
Are you guessing, Vanessa? Or are you dividing?
No, it was me,
Oh.
Miss Barbara.
it's not me,
40
Miss
I'm
Barbara.
sorry,
44.
Michelle. Michelle, you said
44.
what is it?
44.
44%, right? Or you could put what, 0.44, which is equal to 44%. Everybody get 44%? 8 divided by 18?
I don't know how to, I'm confused in that because
What's the
I,
matter, Michelle?
I'm, I don't know how I'm supposed to get 44%. I'm a little confused.
Of
But
how
you-
you, how you would get the
That's
point
not
four four?
what I said. I said 8 divided by 18 divided by 8, right?
No, 8 divided
8.
by 18.
You put 8 and then divide it
8
by
divided
18.
by 18.
So that's 2. Wait a minute. Let me see. The 18 should be at the end and the 8 in the at the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, let me see.
divide the 8 by the 18.
Okay. This is what you dividing 8, Michelle. 8 is inside the house,
And
18
18 is outside.
outside the house. All right.
Oh, okay.
And you put a decimal behind the 8, right? And put zeros.
Okay, so that's 8
So 18 and the 80, put your decimal point here, goes how many times? 4 times,
4
right?
times.
And
4
what's
times.
4 times 18? It's
4
72,
times.
right? That's 72. Subtract 2 from 10 is 8. Bring down your 0. 18 to
44%.
8 is again, it's 4, right?
Mhm.
And that's
Okay.
72. Okay.
Okay.
So 44, or you could put it as a percent, 44
Over 100.
over 100 or 44%.
Percent.
Right.
Yes.
Shift your decimal point over 2 place to the right, and that gives you 44, which is same as multiplied by 100, right?
Yes.
You follow, Michelle?
Yes, ma'am.
The 18 is the divisor. The 8 is the dividend. So 18 into 80 is going to be a decimal. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go back to where we were. All right, so your answer would be what?
44%.
So A, B, C, or D,
C.
right? Answer would be C, right? About 44%.
Mhm.
Okay. Questions on number 10. Remember to find the probability that the biker, and they said the person who responded to the survey was one who bikes to school. So you've got to go into the bike column and get the number of females, which is 8, divided by total of all the bikers, and that would give you the probability the student would be a female. And remember, we said probability could be a percent, it could be decimals, it could be fractions. Okay. Right, let's go to number 11. Number 11. What are you looking for in number 11?
I cannot see number 11.
Okay, let me bring it up. Okay. Okay, can you see it
Yes.
now?
Bring it down a little, please.
Bring it down. Okay.
We're looking for Michael received the following scores.
Can you see it now, Michelle?
Yes,
Michael,
ma'am. Yes,
Michael
Miss
received
Barbara.
the following scores on his health assignments: 80%, 81%, 77%, 79%. Okay, his health assignments. Now, on this next assignment, he received a score of 39%. Which measure would be affected the most by this score? Actually, that's what you're asking. Which of these measures would be a mode, range, mean, median would be affected the most by these scores, which means you need to calculate mode, median, range, and mean, and determine which one is affected the most.
So look at the so the mean. Okay, this is really 17 divided.
What is the mode?
The mode, start with the mode.
Is there a mode?
Let me see if I want. What is a mode?
More.
Mode.
Mode, something that appears the most. You don't have to have a mode. Remember I said you could have
Yes.
no mode, you could have one mode, you could have more than one mode. So there's no mode here
There's
because
no
there's
mode.
no mode either way. Without the 39 and with the 39, there's no mode. Okay, so that one you say you can eliminate A. Now, how do you find the mean, Michelle? How do you find mean?
Me?
Yes, Michelle. How do you find the mean of these scores? Michelle, how would you find mean?
Put water in it.
No,
Ask Patricia how she do hers.
Maureen, I'm asking Michelle. Michelle, how would you find mean?
You would add and then divide, I guess.
So what would you add? You're right. You add what?
You add up the percentage.
Yes, and divide by 4, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you put the 39 in, that would be 5 scores, and then you divide by 5. So, mean, go ahead and add that up. 80 plus 81 plus 77 plus 79. Now add all that up. So I'm going to put it in parentheses. Okay. And we're going to divide that by 4, right? And then you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to add the 39 in there. Okay. So let's just put that in. That would be mean.
317.
Okay.
6 divided by
39. And now we have 5 scores. So this is going to be 5, right? And that would be equal. So what did you get for the mean for the first one, Michelle?
317%. Well,
No, when you
317.
okay, 317. That's correct. Divided by 4, and what does that give you?
Divided by 4, that would give me, well, let me see.
You have your calculator?
Let me see.
What did you get, Maureen? 317 divided by 4. What do you get?
Okay, hold on. 317 divided by 7. I get 79.25.
Yes, excellent. 79.25. Now, when you put the 39 in, divide by 5, what did you get?
6. 356.
356.
Okay, 356.
Then divided by 5.
And what does that give you?
71.2.
But
I
Miss
really
Barbara,
35.7.
That's correct, 71.2. Okay. Michelle, you had a question?
yes, it's 79 as what Miss Marine said, but whatever happens to the one that left over?
What do you mean?
Remainder.
No, you just put it as a decimal.
How do you said 79.1%?
79.25.
79.25.
Yeah, 79.25, Michelle. You divided. Remember how we did the division
Mm-hmm.
and you put your decimal and your zeros, then you're going to get 0.25.
Okay, 2.5. But how did it? I'm sorry. I don't understand how it becomes two over 5.
Not 2 over 5, 0.25.
Oh,
525.
point 2.5.
317 divided by 4.
Uh-huh.
Did you divide 317 by 4?
Yes.
And what did you get?
I guess 79. I'm
And
sorry. 3. Yes, I got 79.
well, you didn't put the zeros and carried it out further?
Oh, that's what I should have done. No, I didn't do that, ma'am.
317. Okay. Let's go ahead.
Let me try it over again.
Okay. That's
3, 7.
that was what? 317. And that was what? Divided by 4.
Yeah.
So we had the 4, the divisor. Okay, so we put a decimal. We bring that out and put zeros, right? Okay, 4 into 31 is what? 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 from 11 is 3. Bring down the 7. 4 into 37 goes what? 9 times. 9 times 4 is 36. 6 from 7 is 1. Bring down a 0. Put the decimal point here, right? Michelle, 4 into 10, 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 from 10 is 2. Bring down the 0. 4 into 20 is 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. That's how you get the 79.25. You follow,
Oh,
Michelle?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's how you got the 79.25. Okay, so let's go back to all right. So now in this one, you got the 356 over 5, which is 71.2. Okay. So what's the difference? The 79.25 minus 71.2. 79.25 minus, what's that equal to, Maureen?
Okay.
79.25 minus 71.2. 7.05.
I
No,
get
it's 80.
8
805.
point 8.8.05. Okay,
Yes.
805.
8.05.
Okay.
Now, what about the range? What is the range?
The range is,
Range is high minus low, right? What's your highest
yes.
score?
The highest score is
979.25.
81.
yes.
Okay, so the first one is 81. What's your low score?
39.
No, and the first one is
77.
77, right? 77.
77.
And what's that equal to? 4.
That's, oh,
And then after you
two.
put the 39,
Oh.
you have range
Okay.
equal, still 81, but what's the low score?
39.
39, right, that's right, 39. And what's the difference?
Yeah, 21,
8.
27.
28.
Mhm.
No, 42. 81 minus 39 is 42.
39.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
42.
42. Yes, 42.
Okay,
Oh, this is
all
what it
right.
is.
Yeah,
So what's the
21.
difference? The difference would be
39,
42
42.
minus 4 would be equal to 38.
38.
That's the difference in the range. Now, actually, we see that's going to be the biggest one because median, well, we can do the median. How would we do the median, Maureen? How would we do the median?
Median.
The medium is like, let's see,
You have to put them in order, right?
party, yeah,
So it would be 81, 80, 79,
79
and
and
77.
77.
So the mean is going to be the average of these two because it's an even number, right?
Yes.
So what would be the median? Median
It's 80.
equal what? 79.5?
Oh, that's 79.5, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 79.5. 79.5.
Plus 7.
Then if we do the median for the next one,
And
put them in order. Okay, that would be 81.
59
Okay,
divided
80,
by 2.
79, 77, and 39. What's the median? That's an odd number. So it would be the one in the middle. There's the median right there.
79.
79.
Right. So the median would be 79.
What's the difference? 0.5.
Was just 0.5. That's right.
Yeah.
So the difference is just going to be 79.5 minus 79.
Yes.
And that would just be equal to 0.5. So which one has the biggest difference?
80. You mean 80, 81.
No.
Mm-mm.
Mode, range, mean, a median. Which one shows the biggest difference after we added that score?
Medium.
No,
I'm
Mean.
sorry.
the mean only differed by 8.05. Okay. But the range differed by 38,
Yes. The
right?
range. Yes,
Median
that's a
only
lot.
differed by 0.5. And there
Yes.
was no mode. So the one that differed the most was the range.
Was the
So that
range.
means answer B, right?
B.
Yes, that's my answer. That's the answer.
That was your answer,
11.
Michelle? Well, good.
Yes,
You got
I
it
did.
right. You
Yes.
got it right. Answer B, because range, by putting that really low score in, that made the difference between the high 81 and now that's the low 39. That gave you 42 difference. And that's bigger than the difference in mean or median. And there was no mode in either case. All right. With this one, you didn't really have to go through all of this because you could see range was, there's nothing going to be bigger than that 42. I mean, with that 39 span between the 81, there's nothing's going to be bigger than that. The mean is not going to be bigger. All right. So you could pretty much kind of look at this one and tell that, okay, my difference in my high and my low is going to be my biggest difference because that's such a low score compared to all these scores. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can simplify your life and look at that one, says, oh, it's got to be my range. My mean and my median will not be changing by more than that. All right. Questions number 11.
No.
Okay, so you want to do number 12. Okay. Now this one, which one would you say would have a mean of 16 and a median of 17? Now, more than one has a median of 17, because if you put this first one in order, the 17 is going to be in the middle. That would be the median. You put this one in order, 17 is going to be in the middle. Put this in order, 17 would be in the middle. But you need to find a mean of 16. How would you determine the mean? Anybody?
D,
Hmm?
because 17 is in the middle.
Okay, what's the mean? How did you determine the mean of D, Michelle?
I said three, I just bring it up one.
You did what?
I just say 16 and 17 in the middle. So I know it's D. It looks like it's D. I have a feeling, I'm confident it's D.
So how did you calculate it?
I didn't calculate it. What I said, what you said, well, I don't want to say anything wrong, but you said, I think it's D because 16 and 17 is close together. So that's how I got it to say it's D.
But that's not how you do it.
No,
Just
but I
because
think
16 is 7. The mean is the sum of all the numbers divided by 5.
yes.
So did you add these up, divide by 5 and get 16?
No, I didn't add all those up and I didn't add all the numbers up and get 16. No, I did not. But
So
I should have done that.
yeah, but you guessed them.
Yes, ma'am. Not really guess, but what I did, the trick to it was that I see 17 at letter D. I saw 17 and I said, well, 16 is close to 17, and that's how I got it. I did it the tricky way.
You said 16 is close to 17.
Yeah, and it was in the mid. It's in the middle, so that's why I said the answer looks like it's D.
Maureen, did you solve it?
No.
Vanessa?
Miss
But
Barbara, you said we have to find student tax numbers had a mean of 16 and a median of 17. Which sets of numbers correct? The one which, what we have to find for the one that has 16?
the mean of 16 and a median of 17. Which set of numbers has a mean of 16 and a median of 17?
Okay.
And Michelle said
Let me
D.
see.
I'm going to put what you said,
Median.
Michelle. You said D.
The median, let me see. It's 5, right? Okay. The median, 315 above. It can be A. I think it's A. Here why?
You think it would be A? You added
It's
them all
A.
up. You divided
I
by
added
5.
up, yes, with A, and I got 16 because when I added all up and I added it, I got 80. I divide by 5, I got 16 for A. And with the medium, right?
Okay, so
We
you
decide
use
to put them in
okay,
order.
so you're saying A. Okay. So I've got a D and an A. Maureen, which one did you say?
15.
I didn't say none yet, because I didn't check out none of the answers.
20, 25.
So let me see 20.
Right? So this is where you have in the middle. Right? So this is the medium.
When you put them in order, if you
Yep.
put them in order, this 17 is going to be in the middle, right?
Fine.
25, 20, 17, 15. There's no 17 here. So
Fine.
that one
So
can't be.
these
This
continue.
one, 25, 18, 17 is in the middle, right?
Mhm.
And this one, of course, 25, 18, 17 is in the middle.
Mhm.
Okay. So when you added this up, let's see, this should add up to 80 to get 16, right? So that's what? 42,
18.
60, 77, 80, right? This one, 40, 43, 50, 60, 80.
It's D.
Why is not D? Because D has 217.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, as long as you put them in the middle and the 17's in the middle. Okay, if you put this one in order, you'd have what? 25, you'd have 18,
Mhm.
17,
15.
17 again,
Mhm.
3,
and then you'll have 3.
3,
Which one is in the middle?
17.
17. That's in the middle. That's the median.
Okay.
Now, if you take this one, you'd have what? 25,
20,
20,
17,
17.
okay, 17,
15,
50
15,
3,
and 3.
and 3. What's in the middle?
17.
17.
17 is in the middle, right? So both of those have medians of 17. Now, when you add these up, what do you get when you add these up?
Which one? When I add, let me see. Let me add the
43
other
and
one.
17 is 60,
Let me see.
77 and 3. You get
25
what?
plus
80
18
divided by
plus
5 equal
34
16, right? What
plus
about this one when you add them up?
simple.
45 and 15 is 60, and
Okay.
77 and 3, isn't that 80 also?
Yes.
Okay, 80 divided by 5 equal 16. So it looks like 2 of them are in the middle, 2 of them satisfied, right? A and D,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
A has a median of 17. There it is.
D, yes.
D has a median of 17. When
17.
you add these all up, you get 80, and 80 divided by 5 is 16. So you have 2 answers. You have A and D.
Also, you can put both answers.
Yes, it's a which set of numbers is correct.
Oh, it's set
So
of
it looks like
numbers.
Michelle, D is right, but so is A.
Okay.
Michelle,
Yes.
you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay.
when we put them in order, 17 was in the middle, correct? It's
Mm-hmm.
right here. Odd,
Mhm.
odd number of items, 1 number's in the middle. That's the median right here. So this is median. And this is mean. So you have 2 of them that satisfies it, right? You have A and D. Because if they add up to 80, then divided by 5 gives you 16. So A and D are correct. Questions? So Michelle, if we were grading this, you'd have half right, and Vanessa, you'd have half right. But you need both of them to get.
Okay. Both.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Questions number 12.
Okay. 12.
So number 12 was A and
D.
D,
D.
right?
Okay. Yes.
What's the probability of getting that E in the word summer? Possible over total. How many E's are in the word summer?
1.
1.
Okay, what's the total number of letters?
6.
6. So what's the probability?
1 over 6.
Right, 1 over 6. So what's the answer?
D.
This should just be 1 0 here.
Yes.
1 over 6 is 0.16.
Yes.
Okay, so answer D. That's 1 over 6 equal 0.16. So answer D.
D.
Remember I say the probability could be in decimal, could be in percent, and it could be fraction. So answer D.
Okay.
Questions? All right, that was 13. Let's go to 14. Okay. Probability of winning a prize is 10%. What's the probability of not winning?
5%.
No.
The probability of
10%.
winning
10%.
a prize in a
10%.
daily.
10 over 100.
What is it, Maureen?
10%.
What?
No. Probability of winning is 10. What's the
Oh,
probability of losing? That's
uh,
not winning. 100%
10.
10%.
90.
That's right. So the probability of losing is 90%.
90%, which is D.
Yeah, because your total is 100. So
Yeah.
if your probability of winning is 10%, then your probability of you not winning is the total 100% minus 10. So that would be answer D, right?
Mhm.
Answer D.
D.
Okay. 15. I want you to calculate the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, let me put this over here. Okay, bring this up. Okay. Calculate the mean, the median, and the mode.
Okay.
You know how you calculate the mean, add them all up, add all your temperatures up, divide by how
No.
many up there? 4, 7, 8 of them? Oh, 9.
18.
Is it 9? 9. There are 9 temperatures because 9 days. Add all of them up, divide by
28.
9. Okay, get the median.
Yeah.
You're gonna put them in
Yeah.
order. And since there are 9, there's gonna
15.
be 1 in the middle. And the
25.
mode, what's the mode? You can see the mode. What's the mode?
22.
What's the mode, Maureen?
Huh?
What's the mode of
5.
these? No, 15, number
5.
15. What's the mode?
Yeah. The mode is
15.
The mode is
15.
15 because
Yeah.
they're
Mode is
1.
Right,
15.
right.
That's right. The mode is
Yeah,
15. So you
but
got
I
that
said
one.
I said 5 because all is 5, 3 5s, right? 15.
No, it's not 3 5s. It's 3
It's
15.
5, right? 350, right?
Yeah, mode is
25,
15.
22,
Yeah.
15,
Yeah, they're 3 15. So 15 appears the most.
30,
So that's the mode.
1.
and 15.
Okay.
So like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Now,
5, 6,
now
7, 8, 9.
find your mean.
Okay, the moon,
That would be add up all your scores. That would be what?
And
moon,
divide.
18. Yeah, and then divide by 9. 18
plus
plus 28 plus 21 plus 15 plus 25 plus 22 plus 15 plus 30 plus 15. That all of them? 3, 6, 9. Okay, let me just put them
So
in
I
order.
do my mean
What do you get for your mean, Maureen?
21.
Divided by 9. And you got, okay.
So there we got to do the median,
That,
right?
okay, so that gives you 189 divided by 9. And Maureen is correct. You get 21.
We got to do that with the median, right?
Right. Now, median, you've got to
Okay.
put them in order.
I know.
Increasing or decreasing. So let's see. The highest one is 28. What's the next? No, I'm sorry, 30. 30 is the highest. 30,
Right here.
28. What comes after 28? 25,
25,
25,
then 22.
22.
Right.
What's next, Michelle?
22.
After 22, then you have 21.
21. What's next?
Then you have 18
18. Very good. Next.
and 15.
How many 15s?
You have about 2.
3.
3, right?
3? 3. Okay.
Okay, 3
3, Michelle.
15s. Anything lower than 15?
You put the plus, I
No.
think. No plus? Oh no,
No,
okay.
nothing lower than 15. Now,
No.
let's see. Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5, 6,
1, 2,
7,
3, 4, 5, 6,
3,
7, 8, 9.
6, 9.
1, 2,
Now,
3,
so that means you'd have 4 and 4 and 1 in the middle. And that's what, 21?
81.
Okay, so the median equal 21.
21.
Okay. Did everybody get that one?
Yeah.
Median is in the middle. So, and the mode is 15 because there are 3 15s. The median, the one in the middle, once you put them in order, is 21. The mean, add up all your scores, divide by 9, and
By
you get
9.
21. So those are your answers for number 15. Questions on 15?
Oh,
Okay, let's look at 16.
So you said the mean, the mode
It's 15 because there are 3
15, the
15.
315, right?
15 appears
yeah.
more than any other temperature. There are three of them. Got it?
That's the mode.
That's the mode. The mode is 15 because there are 3 temperatures that are 15.
Yes.
That appears more than any other temperature.
And then the medium is the one that
And the
appears in the
median,
middle.
you put them in the order, and since it's 9 of them, it's odd. There's just one number, one temperature
Yes.
in the middle, and that's 21.
That's
And the
21.
mean, they don't have to be in order. You just add them up, divide by the number of temperatures. In this case, it's 9. So your mean is 21.
21, yes. Yeah.
Any questions on 15? Okay, now let's go to 16 they wanted you to draw a tree diagram. Is this okay? So 16, let's see. 16, we had what? Blue pants and brown pants. And we had white shirt,
Gray shirt.
red,
I'm black.
and black. Okay, so how this would look, let's just draw this, how it would look. Okay, let's clear. Okay, so we would have this. We have what? What are the color of the pants? We have blue.
Blue, red shirt,
Okay, we have we have blue
pants,
pants. Okay, all right. And we have what?
red shirt,
We have what? No, that we have blue pants and brown pants, right?
Oh,
So you have brown and blue. Okay, so this is brown pants. Now, what colors are the shirts?
red shirt,
So the blue pants, this is the way the tree would look. Okay. So what colors are the shirts?
red,
Red.
red shirts. Yeah,
And what's the other color?
I'm not sure,
Is it
but I
white?
remember red
Was
shirts.
it white?
White and black, right? Red, white. And we have black. So that's what they mean by a tree diagram.
okay.
Okay. All right. So we have, and these are shirts. Okay. White shirt. And you do the same for the brown. Okay. And that's shirt. Okay. And draw the same thing for the brown. That's what they mean by tree. Okay. So we have the brown pants and we have the same color shirts, right? So you put this, that would be red. And that's shirt. Okay. White. So that's the first thing they want you to do, to draw the tree diagram. Okay. White and black. So how many combinations are there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
No, 5. 5, right?
no.
Oh, you count on the pants different.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you have
okay.
blue and red, blue
Okay.
and white, blue and black. You have brown and red, brown and
1,
white, brown and black. How many combinations?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. So there's 6 combinations of pants and shirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
The blue can go with these color shirts and the brown can go with these color shirts. So that's what they call the tree diagram. All right, now let's go back to our problem. What's the probability that Terry picks a white shirt with a pair of brown pants? What would be your probability? Probability would be equal to what?
Yeah, Terrence fit a white shirt.
What's the possible? The possible, you can only have a white shirt with a pair of brown pants. So that's going to be 1, right?
Yes.
Now, what's the total? We just saw that on that other screen. Vanessa, you said it. What was the total?
6.
Combinations.
6.
6.
Yes, 6. So that's 1,
Oh, that's it.
6. So that would be the probability. The probability Tara picks a white shirt would be, he can only have a white shirt with a pair of brown pants once, but there's 6 combinations with the with the brown pants and the blue pants and the three colored shirts. So the probability is possible. 1, he can only have 1 white with brown over the 6 possible. combinations. So the probability is 1/6. All right.
Okay.
Questions on 16. All right. Let's go to 17.
Yeah.
And that's going to be our last one. Now, see if you can tell me which of these two statistical measures would not necessarily increase. Now, you've got to have two responses here for 17. So which two would probably will not necessarily increase of these A, B, C, D, E? There are two of them.
17.
Yeah, which two statistical measures would not necessarily increase?
A.
I said, I said the mode and the range. Probably wrong.
You got part of it right. What would you say, Vanessa?
The diversion. Why do they have standard diversion to just ensure that we do something and put it?
Standard deviation is
Ish.
it's a measure of how a value deviate from a mean. We haven't even gone through that, so
Okay, well, that's completely
so,
out.
so that's
That's
completely
completely
out
out.
since we didn't go through E. So you can
Fine.
eliminate E. So you
Fine.
got A, B, C, and D. Which two will not necessarily increase?
Let's add it to the division.
Now think about it. Now, Michelle, you said what?
A.
Yeah, but remember you adding a really high price here.
Mm-hmm.
And the
So
mean
that
is
means it
this.
gotta be the
So
medium and the mode.
so the mean will probably increase. What did you say, Maureen?
The medium and the mode.
The median and the mode. That's the correct answer. B and C.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just put it here. Answer
C
B
and C.
and
C.
C. They would not necessarily change. Well, the mode, now notice this car price is not a price of any other car in there. So the mode's not going to change. It's not going to make this number appear twice. It's only there
Yes.
once. So mode's not going to increase. Median, the midpoint, may not necessarily increase. That's the number in the middle. And you had 46 cars. Now you're adding a 47th. The median may not necessarily change. The median may remain the same because you had 46 and you averaged two in the middle. The fact that you add another one and you got one in the middle doesn't mean the median would change. It could stay the same. I mean, it doesn't necessarily increase. Okay. The range would definitely change because now you've got a different high, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when you put this car in, when you price it at this amount, because it said the most expensive car was 21,250. Now, when you put in this 3265, that becomes your highest value. So you know your range is going to change, right? And the fact that this is a high value means when you add that in, your mean will probably increase. Okay. Questions on 17?
So the answer is B and
B
C.
and C, right,
B and C.
will not necessarily increase. And we said the range would because before you added this 32,675, your highest value was 21,250.
Mm.
Okay. That should be a comma. Okay. So your highest value was 21,250. Let's see. That's a comma. 21,250. So now you put a higher value. So of course your range high minus low, that's going to change. Okay. All right. So now we have 18. We should, well, we only have 3 more. So that means you should finish up 18, 19, 20. Okay, for homework.
18,
And
19,
please do
20.
the homework
Okay, we do it
because
for Thursday.
18, 19, 20.
Okay.
Okay,
All
homework.
right, 18,
Yeah.
you only have
Nice.
3 more, 18, 19, 20.
Okay.
And now you will be given, after you finish that, you'll be given an independent worksheet of probability and statistics that you will do and then give me the answers. Okay.
Okay.
So 18, 19, 20 homework. You will have an independent practice that you
Okay.
will work on of probability and statistics, and you would do that after we finish this one up. Then if we have time, we'll introduce you to algebra. Okay, that'll be our next topic. Any questions on anything we've gone over?
No.
Okay, so what's your
Thank
homework?
you.
18,
18, 19, and 20.
18, 19, 20, just 3 problems. Okay, 3
Yeah,
problems.
I gotta do mine later about 5 o'clock.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Maureen?
I said I gotta do mine like 5 o'clock this evening because I gotta lie down there because I went up the whole, I walk so much in a year time. I walked this morning, left at 8 o'clock. And I do a
Yeah.
lot of walking. I get back here like 12 o'clock.
Oh, you go
And my,
walking? Oh, that's nice.
yeah. And my feet hurt me so bad, and my neck, because by in the house all the time and then go in the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, then your feet get seasoned. And I buy a QB, so I just use my QB like a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
But still, boy, my feet hurt me so bad this morning. I pray.
Oh boy. Yeah, you got to relax some, Maureen. Now, number 19. Now, this is what is the probability not a 3? Now, you know the dice have 6 sides, and each side has a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, what is the probability that it is not a 3? So you know how many sides there are for the die, and you know there's only 1 3 there, and everything else is a different number. So you should be able to do that one. Okay.
That's A.
What?
That is A.
No, it's not, Vanessa.
You
Not a 3.
Oh. Okay, you roll off.
So what it was not a
did
3,
die.
Vanessa.
It was not a 3.
Yeah, it was not a 3. That means
Maybe a 5 and a 6.
5 above 6. That's right. It would
Yes.
be D. The probability is not a 3. You got
Not
it,
a 3.
Michelle?
Yes.
5 over 6. That's right. Because if a 3 is 1 6, and 1 6 from 1 is 5 6.
Yes.
The probability is not a 3, it's 5 over 6.
5,
so
6.
you got that one right. So you only really have 2 more to do, 18 and 20.
Okay.
All right. All right. So long, everybody. Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
You take care.
Okay. Take it
Bye,
easy.
You have
Vanessa.
yourself. Bye, Michelle.